Hey, what is going on, everybody? I am live again on a Tuesday night. This is what I'm calling in this new era of live streams for the channel, physical media tonight on a Tuesday night. And I just shaved, so I got a nice fresh face for the live stream. And I'm excited to be here. Are you all excited to be here? What's going on? I figured last week went well. There was good engagement and a good turnout. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live again on Tuesday. And maybe, just maybe, I'll go live again. I'll go live again next Tuesday. All right. So I got some coffee. I got a few discussion points that we're going to get into tonight. Some stuff that's on the agenda, but beyond that, guys, this is just an ask me anything. If you got something you want to drop in the chat, a question, whatever, feel free to do so. I guess I should ask, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I already see Beetlejuice. Can anyone ask you what happened to a huge chunk of your movies behind you? So I am reorganizing Beetlejuice. And I'm not going to say it for a third time because I don't want you to pop out behind me. So all my Blu-rays, I moved over there in the corner. I'm not going to move. Well, I guess I can move the laptop maybe to kind of show you. But I got my new shelf up there in the corner because I started a new wall of movies. So all the Blu-rays are over there. I put the 4Ks back there in the corner next to the Halloween Curse of Michael Myers poster. And hold on, I got my stuff all messed up. And in the center, the two center shelves, right there, those are going to be all of my boutiques. Hopefully they all fit. If they don't, I guess I'm going to be online ordering another shelf, and then I'll move all my Blu-rays to that wall, and then I'll do something. But anyway, so yeah, that's why there's a huge chunk missing. That's why I've got steel books on the floor behind me. I still got all my boutiques on the floor over here. It's a complete mess in here, but I am trying to get it done slowly, but surely. All right. But yeah, guys, ask me anything. It's a Q&A, whatever you guys want to talk about. What have you been watching recently? What 4Ks have you been popping in? I did get, guys, look, let me go over these real quick. I do have in my possession. I finally got Aliens yesterday. I got Abyss over the weekend. This said it was going to show up in May, and it just showed up over the weekend. randomly. It didn't even tell me it was coming. Like Aliens, it was like it's coming Monday. I got like updates on it. Abyss just showed up. So I got this randomly before Aliens. And of course I got True Lies last Sunday. I already reviewed it on the channel. But anyway, I've watched The Abyss. I just got done watching the 2 new special features, the James Cameron interview, and then he did a making of documentary as well. I did want to watch the other documentary, the past documentary, Under Pressure, Making the Abyss, but I don't know if I'm going to get around to it before I do this review because I want to shoot the review tomorrow. I'll probably have it up on Thursday, I would say. And then I will dive into Aliens. Look, I'm trying to savor the James Cameron 4K flavor, and I'm not going to just rush him. So Aliens might not come until next week as far as the review, because I want to rewatch my Alien 4K because it's been a long time since I rewatched the Alien 4K. I don't think I've watched it since I've got my new OLED TV, so I want to check it out on the OLED and then watch Aliens and just kind of see how the 2 Aliens films stack up against each other before I review Aliens on 4K. But yeah, guys, all 3 of them, it's magical. It's a magical feeling. And one shout out I want to give to Amazon, like they all came separately, like in their own packaging. I think that's probably why, but these all came very pristine. Like there is not a piece of damaged cardboard on this release at all. Like the slip covers are just in immaculate shape. For those of you all that care about that kind of stuff, I know I do. Okay, let's get back in the chat. Like I said, ask me anything. We got a couple of topics we're gonna get into, but or one more topic because I talked about the James Cameron 4Ks. But beyond that, guys, just ask me whatever you want. Let's have some fun. Let me know what you were watching over the weekend. Did anybody see Ghostbusters? Frozen Empire? I keep wanting to say Frozen Kingdom. It's Frozen Empire. Did you all go out and see Frozen Empire? Did you watch that abomination of a film, Roadhouse, on Amazon Prime? I did not like that movie. What new physical media releases have you been watching? Just whatever, guys. Let's talk. Let me get into the chat though. I'm dragging it out too much. Canadian Maker Project here. He says first, LOL. We got Alexander Rapp here. Hi, what's up, Alexander? What's up, Maria? How you doing? We got Alexander says I started ripping my physical media to my HDDs on my PC to watch via Plex, and now I want to get a VR headset to watch movies in VR. Oh, that's pretty cool, Alexander. I am not to that level yet. Alexander Rapp says 4Ks are chewing up my HDD space. Gonna need go fork over some cashola to get some thick storage. Yeah, I bet that's taking up a lot of space. Actually. All right, we got Kevin Kruger says, Ken, did you see Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2? Didn't that just come out today, Kevin? Wasn't that like a Fathom event or something? I think you have to pay $20 to go see Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. Look, I enjoyed the first Blood and Honey. I am all in on the Poohniverse. I'm not going to go see that in theaters, though. I'm probably not. I'll wait until, because Umbrella's been promoting the hell out of it. So I'm hoping we get another big box set Umbrella release of Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. And I will 100% get that for sure. But yeah, I'm excited. I posted about it on my Instagram in the stories, but I think it's currently got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes with 7 reviews. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 has 100%. So that means this movie's probably going to be significantly better than the first one. And I already liked the first one. So I'm hoping for a great film. I think they're up in their game. Ken, you need to see the Roadhouse. Come on, Kevin. You're trolling me at this point. You know how I feel about the Roadhouse. I talked about it last night, my wife and I's live stream, which, by the way, guys, if you're not subscribed to Married with Media, I've got it linked down below in the description. Hit that link and then subscribe to that channel, because we will have our Ghostbusters Frozen Empire review out tomorrow probably. And I did a rant on the Roadhouse remake on our live stream last night because I hated that movie so much. But the original is freaking great. I've got the VSU edition and it looks great on 4K, and I love that movie. Let's see, they made a sequel. Sequel to what? Oh, First Blood and Honey. Yeah, they've already got another one out, and they're doing a Bambi movie, and They got a whole universe. Let's see. We got Gus in the chat. What's going on, Gus? How you doing, Gus? Gus? We got Don here. Don Morton says greetings, programs. What's up, Don? Cowabunga Dude is here. I don't know why my computer is going slow tonight. As soon as I click on a chat, it takes a while to pop up. All right. What's up? Just got a winning 2 and liked it. Nice. But now, Ben, did you like the first one? Did you like the first one? And how does this one stack up to the first one? Let's see. Alexander Rapp, you don't have issues streaming 4K off of HDD from Plex, having some issues with buffering. Okay. Hi, Ken. Do you know about sale on Movie Zing Warner Archive going on? Check it out for 40. And I did hear about that sale. That is a sale that's going on. I forgot to promote that yesterday on the Physical Media Report, but I do every time there's a Warner Archive sale. It's like I want to go all in and just get like 12 titles or something, but that's still pretty expensive. Like that's still not of the level of like a Kino Lorber, especially what you get with Warner Archive. Like you just get the regular case and there's no features or anything like that. So I haven't jumped in yet because that's still like $12.50 a movie. And to be honest, like I see a lot of Warner Archive movies on Amazon all the time for like $8 or $9. Like it just feels like those stay pretty low. So I don't know. I guess I would have to get the right titles, to the titles that are still pretty high on Amazon in that sale. But yeah, I haven't checked that out. There are quite a few Warner Archive titles that I do want. I make 4K images of my 4K and play them on my Zedo. What's a Zedo, Mohawk Vader? Let's see. Oh yeah, Dark City in the background. We need that in 4K. Yeah, I did pop in my my Dark City DVD. I've been watching some of my DVDs in here as I've been reorganizing and stuff like that. And my DVDs, I talked about this in a video that I haven't yet put out yet, but my DVDs on the 42-inch plasma actually look pretty good. I would never watch my DVDs on my OLED because they would look like crap. I've tried watching DVDs on a 65-inch and they don't look great. So I'm watching it on my 42-inch plasma and they look good. So what's up, the infinite character? How you doing? Everybody's with the what's up tonight. We got Justice Schramm says, what would happen if Disney announced that they would be releasing a 20th anniversary Blu-ray DVD digital code combo pack and a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital combo pack for Treasure Planets? I don't know. What would happen, Justice? What would happen? I don't know. The world would collapse. Every time Disney announces some sort of physical media release, an angel gets its wings. It's like Christmas. We should be so lucky, right? What's up, KB Loves Movies? Levels, Arrow releases, any other guesses from the chat with the Armani storefront? So yeah, we're going to get into that here in a second, KB, because I do want to bring up that image and kind of just go over it with the chat. We can kind of talk about it together, maybe get some guesses, gauge what Arrow is going to be announcing this Friday, because look, Arrow Video, they've kind of got their back up against the wall. They had enough goodwill built up from last year going into January. But these last 4 months haven't exactly yielded the most exciting announcements from Arrow Video. I think there's some good stuff they're announcing. Like there's some stuff I'm definitely interested in, but they're not really popping the crowd with some of their announcements recently. So look, they did it, but they did that last year. It was a little bit slow in the beginning of the year. And then when the June announcements came, they really blew the doors off. So I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen with the June announcements this Friday. I could be wrong, but hopefully we get something that just blows our doors off. As for that image, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it here in a second. I'm all in on the Puniverse, Kevin Kruger. I haven't encountered it yet, but I also haven't fully watched a 4K title yet. Gonna have to test things more. Okay. Sweet, coming along nicely. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying. Will there be more roundtables this year? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that yet. But when I know, everybody else will know. Are you going to buy Wednesday on Blu-ray? If there's like a sale for it somewhere down the line, I'll probably get it. But I mean, it's tough for me to buy shows that are on streaming currently. on physical, especially when I didn't really even watch them. Like I watched the first episode of Wednesday. My daughter really likes it though, so I would probably buy it for her to add to her little small growing Blu-ray collection. But I'll wait till there's a sale. It's like $20 right now, but I could see it going down to like 15 or something. So yeah, we'll see. All right. Ken, is the Aliens 4K worth picking up? I got Target giveback. I don't know yet, Joe. I have not watched the Aliens 4K yet. I will get around to it. Hopefully this week I'll check it out. But I got a couple other things I got to watch this week. I bought Wednesday and got it today. Nice, nice. A lot of good stuff came out today, but I checked Amazon right before I came on here, and my order. Amazon's been doing this, like they've been a day late pretty much every single week. Like I don't care as much as I used to. Like I used to get really bent out of shape when my stuff was late from Amazon. If it didn't come on Tuesday, I was pissed. Now I just kind of take it for what it is. Whenever it comes, whatever. I got plenty of stuff to watch and talk about. But I ordered Primal Fear on 4K from Paramount. The Paramount Presents. I ordered When Evil Lurks on Blu-ray. I'm excited to watch that one. And I also got the Amelie Blu-ray Steelbook. So, but I should be getting all those tomorrow, and hopefully we'll watch When Evil Lurks pretty soon, and then Primal Fear I want to watch and maybe do a review for it if I get the time. Infinite Character says Bad Boys Ride or Die is releasing the same day as the rebooted Crow. I got my money on the favorite duo, but let's get it. I can't wait for June 7th. If that's coming out the same day as the rebooted Crow, I don't know exactly who would win that weekend. I really don't, because if what happened to Will Smith hadn't happened to Will Smith, if the whole Chris Rock slapping situation at the Oscars hadn't happened, I would give the edge to Bad Boys, because the last Bad Boys movie opened at like 60 million. It just depends. Like, are people sour on Will Smith now at large, or can most people forgive what happened and just take it for what it is? It's a new Bad Boys film. It's going to be a ton of fun, and they'll go watch it in the theaters. I don't know. Is there going to be like a massive boycott of the new Bad Boys? I mean, I don't see the vast majority of moviegoers really caring or even thinking about that at this point. Because like if you're not in the movie space and you're watching all this stuff in YouTube videos and people talking about movies all the time, like you heard about the Will Smith slap, but it's like after it happened, like it just kind of went away for you. So I don't know who's going to win that weekend, because The Crow, it feels like that has built up a certain legacy over time, and I could see the opening of a new Crow movie doing really well. So that's tough. Like, but honestly, like I don't know. It's tough to decide which one could win that weekend, because I could see The Crow pulling like 50, 60 million or something, like if it really gets a lot of steam. And Bad Boys for Life did like 60, 65 million. So maybe this one will do like 50 or 60. So it could really go either way if they're both coming out. Maybe they do something like the Barbenheimer, do the bad Crow, Bad Boys Crow something. I don't know. Crow Boys or something. Crow Boys Weekend. Where we all go out and see Bad Boys, Ride or Die, and the Crow reboot. So Bad Boys, I'm the biggest Bad Boys fan. I love the first Bad Boys. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's probably my top 5 favorite action movies of the 90s. And I just love it. I think it's great. I like Bad Boys 2 for what it is. It's goofy, and I don't think it's better than the first Bad Boys. There are people that think it's better. I don't think it's better. I think it kind of took the humor in a little bit more goofy direction, and I just didn't like some of the jokes. I didn't think everything landed in that one. They definitely go for a more jokey tone in that movie. I think the Reggie scene, where Will Smith and Martin Lawrence is getting on Reggie in the doorway when he's trying to take Martin Lawrence's daughter out. That's a great scene. That's one of the best of the movie. That's where all the comedy lands. And the highway chase scene is one of the best highway chase scenes, action movies, set pieces of any movie that I've ever seen. I love that set piece. So that's a great set piece. But Bad Boys 2, I don't think is a great movie, but I do love it. But Bad Boys for Life, I freaking saw that in the theaters. It was right before the pandemic, and I thought it was great. I thought it was such a great return to form for the Bad Boys franchise. I didn't think that Martin Lawrence and Will Smith just missed a step with each other. They still had all that charisma intact and all that chemistry intact as well, which was very important for the Bad Boys movies. Like Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, like that chemistry of those two together, like carry those movies. And you really felt it in Bad Boys for Life. And there were some really surprisingly emotional moments in that movie that I enjoyed. So I love the Bad Boys movies. I'm all in. I'm excited to see Ride or Die. I didn't even watch the trailer because I just hate watching trailers. I'm going to see that movie no matter what. Um, I did get a super chat and all my ranting. We got one from Mohawk Vader, $2. Thoughts on Killer Goats? Nice steelbook though. So I did not get Killer Goats, and full disclosure, I got a review request. Somebody was going to send me the steelbook. The company that made that was going to send me the steelbook. They asked for my information. They're like, "Do you want this?" And I said, "No." I said, "I don't want that." I was nice about it. I didn't say I didn't want that crap in my collection. I should have got it though, to be honest. But yeah, because somebody sent me the sequel like not too long ago, so I would want both of them in the collection. But I didn't get it. I didn't get it, and I can't speak on Killer Goats. I'm sorry, Mohawk Vader. But since you sent us super chats, let's play a clip.
She got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
Way up in it. That was super delayed. So yeah, my stuff is going very, very slow. But thank you so much, Mohawk Vader. Let me scroll down. We got Lee the Machine. What a machine. What a freaking badass with a $10 super chat, $9.99. Hopefully we get Big Trouble in Little China, 4K down the road. One could only hope, right? But that is a 20th Century Studios or 20th Century Fox title, and Disney owns it. And that's why it's going out of print on Shout Factory, Screen Factory, because they lost the license because Disney owns it now. But with the new Sony deal, maybe there's hope. Maybe they do some kind of like that would be awesome. They did some kind of like Fox box set like they did the Columbia Classics ones. And Big Trouble in Little China, like put that in that box set because that would sell very well. But yeah, I hope so. I hope so with this new deal. Like it seems like a no brainer. I don't think we're going to get it with Shout Factor though, unless they start licensing stuff again. All right, guys, I'm going to have to start burning through the chats. Let's see. Sorry if I don't get to everybody, but I will try to get to all the questions at least. What's up, Sub-Zero? Oh my goodness, Conan the Barbarian. You're waiting on that. When did you order it? Probably at this point, I'll wait for the 4K. I don't know if me and my wife are going to see that because my son's seen it with his friends for one of his friends' birthday this Friday. So he's probably not going to want to go rewatch it, and we were going to go see it as a family. So if he doesn't want to go back to the theaters and see it, we probably won't. So I'll probably wait for the 4K. But if he wants to go back, then we'll probably go back. No, I think Warner Brothers is going to put that out. I wish Arrow Video would do it, but I think Warner Brothers is going to do it. Could be wrong. Like that would be that would be a bombshell Arrow Video announcement if they did the Terminator. I love Blade 1998. I think it's great, and for a long time I would say that Blade 2 was my favorite of the franchise. I like Del Toro's style on that, and I thought were they called the Reapers? Is that what they were called? I haven't seen it in a while. But I rewatched the first Blade not too long ago, I think on 4K, and that movie is great. So I don't know which one I would choose at this point, but I think the first two are definitely great. And the third one is what it is. I saw it in the theaters and had fun with it, but it's not that good. What's up, Van Gogh? That movie, Jorge, blew my mind. I watched that in December, I think, around Christmas time, maybe right after Christmas, and that's a wild movie. It's just Sam Neill and whoever that actress is, I don't know her name. Just their relationship unraveling, and some of the scenes are just so awkward, and everything feels out of place and so bizarre. but I liked it a lot, but it's very weird. It's very strange. And the scene of her in the subway where she just like freaks out and throws her groceries all over the wall, and like, you know what happens if you've seen it. I don't want to spoil it, but it's a wild scene. Let's see. Nice, nice. Yeah, that just goes to show you don't pay $200-$300 on eBay for these steelbooks, guys, that go out of print, because if this new era of Walmart is teaching us anything, like nothing's out of print, everything comes back at some point. Like the Oppenheimer steelbooks are back, and people thought they missed out on those. The Mario steelbooks back. So all these steelbooks are coming back. Now there are always going to be those steelbooks that, come in stock and then they go out of stock and then they never come back. There's still going to be those, but a lot of this stuff, guys, the super popular stuff, they put back in print. So don't worry about it. It'll come back. The Spider-Man steelbook is back in stock. I saw that at Walmart's the other day. And people were freaking out when that first came out that they would never be able to get it. So just don't worry about it. I mean, I don't know. Of the ones that I've watched, I don't know if DNR is exactly the issue with the new James Cameron 4Ks. I don't know if I would point to that. It didn't feel like DNR to me when I watched it. It just felt like something else. Like DNR is, I don't know, they definitely felt smooth and very defined. But I just don't know if I would call that DNR. I don't know. DNR to me is like, there's like a glowiness around the characters, almost like a softness around the faces, like the outline of the faces. I don't know. That's kind of what I notice when I pick out DNR. I just don't know if DNR is exactly what I would say happened to the new James Cameron 4Ks. But I wasn't involved in making them, so it's possible. I would love to see you do a show on the best looking Blu-ray disc. That's actually not a bad idea, Jerry, because I do talk about great looking 4Ks all the time, but there's a lot of great looking Blu-rays too. So I think that could be a cool video idea. Rotten Tomato scores are skewed. I can't even pay attention to those. Yeah, for sure. Kevin's, hey Ken, do you think a 4K physical disc will be our final format? Would there be a new format in the future since 8K, 16K TV? Yeah, I see 4K being the last like mainstream formats. Like I could see a label doing like an 8K like as a gimmick or something, but like you said, like are there even players that would be able to play the 8K? Like what would be the point in that? So it's almost like they would have to sell the players as well, but I don't know. I don't think 8K like on the Walmart shelves is going to happen. I think we're in the final run of physical with 4K. But who knows? In 10 years, we could all be upgraded. Like, what if physical media comes back? Everybody's talking about physical media coming back now, guys. It's like cool to be into physical media. Everybody, they're looking at what Warner Brothers is doing, erasing physical media and streaming services. There's like articles every day. There's like internet, YouTube videos every day. People talking about physical media coming back. And I don't know. Maybe it's back in full force in the next 5 years, and we have a need to push forward with a new format, and maybe we will get 8K. But if it keeps going the way it's going, you got to think about this. DVD is still 50%, and sometimes it's over 50% on a week-to-week basis of the market. 50% of people that are buying physical media are still buying DVDs. So is there a need to step forward into a fourth format when people are still buying the format that's like 2 spaces back? I don't know. That's a tough one to answer. Glow up on Killer Poo. Yeah. Yeah, they should have just called it something different. It didn't have to be called Roadhouse. Just call it something different. No, but it just got shipped today. But I'm seeing everybody show off their Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I'm like, how did you all get your stuff already? I'm like, I literally ordered that stuff the second it was announced. And everybody else got theirs. I was like, what the hell? is going on. We got Lee the Machine, another super chat that I did not notice, but thank you so much, Lee. Another $9.99 super chat. It's good we got the Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3 on 4K. Can you see the next Karate Kid and Karate Kid 2010 getting a 4K release? It would be cool to get Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore 4K, even Wayne's World 2 on 4K. I can see Happy Gilmore getting one just because of the announcement of Happy Gilmore 2. So I could see them doing a Happy Gilmore 4K. I don't know if we'll get Billy Madison. I would hope so. Like I would, if they do Happy Gilmore, maybe they'll be like, oh, we have Billy Madison too. Let's do that in 4K. So it's possible. Wayne's World 2, I don't see why not. Like it's the sequel to Wayne's World, and I think it did pretty well when it came out. And yeah, I mean, Paramount's done the 3 Beverly Hills Cop movies. Like, but it's not like they're opposed to doing sequels. Now with the Friday movies, they only did the first one in 4K, not the sequels. But I could see him doing Wayne's World 2. I could see him doing Wayne's World 2. Now for the Karate Kid, I could see them doing maybe the next Karate Kid. I don't know about Karate Kid 2010. I don't know about Karate Kid, but maybe they'll do a definitive box set when I think there's a new Karate Kid coming out this year, right? Maybe they'll do a 6-film box set on 4K when that one comes out. But I would love to see the next Karate Kid in 4K. I love that movie when I was a kid. And the bad thing about the Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3 is that I think that box set sold out and you can't get 2 and 3 on their own. I'm pretty sure you can't get 2 and 3 on their own. So Sony put that out. They need to re-release that box set or re-release them standalone so people can get the second and the third one on 4K, or do steelbooks. Like they could do cool steelbooks for all those as well. But yeah, that's the way I see it. I hope I answered your question adequately. Let me go back up. All right, guys, I might have to skip a portion here. I don't know, Kevin. I hope we get the announcement soon. I can only assume it's because it's over in Japan and maybe it's still in its run, and the distribution for physical media works differently over there, and that's why it's taking longer. I mean, it's not an American film, so maybe it's going to take a little bit more time to get it over here on physical media. But I hope we get some cool editions. I don't know who's going to put it out or how it's going to come out, but I would have to look at the past with the other Toho Godzilla movies. But I hope we get it. Thank you, David. Thank you. Jesus, I've been seeing so many people like defending it, and I've even seen a couple people say it's better than the original, and it made my head freaking explode when they said that. I'm all for everybody having their own opinion, but if you think the new Roadhouse movie is better than the original, you're wrong. You have the wrong movie opinion, okay? Film is subjective unless you have that opinion, and then you're wrong. Of course, I'm joking. If you like it better, you like it better. But it just wasn't for me. No, I don't, Kelly. I hear people talking about that a lot, and I would almost say maybe check your player. Maybe it's your player because a lot of players are acting up. Now I have had some stuff skip every now and then, but it doesn't happen very often. But some people will be like, every single time I'm watching a movie, it skips, or every time I get a new release in, it skips, and I got to send it back. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just really lucky. What's up, Jesse? What are some remakes that you think are better than the original? That's a great question, Sammy. That is a great question. Doesn't happen very often. I don't know if you would count this as a remake, but the new Dune movies are definitely better than David Lynch's, but that's more of it's another adaptation. Can you really call that a remake? Just another adaptation. I don't know, that's a tough one. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking horror, because that's where you see the most remakes. I love Evil Dead 2013. I don't know if I would say it's better than the original The Evil Dead, and I don't even know if it's a remake or if they consider it a remake, but that would be one that's pretty damn close for me. But yeah, I've gotten to a place where I usually respect the original. too much to say that the remake's better, even if I would rather rewatch the remake. Texas Chainsaw 2003, I used to say was better than the original, but like now I just love the first Texas Chainsaw so much. I've watched it a lot in the past like 10 years and I respect it a lot. So I don't know if I could say the 2003 Texas Chainsaw is better. Suspiria is another example, but I love the original Suspiria so much. It's got so much style and just visual quality to it. And the score is so great, but the remake is like how remakes should be done, in my opinion, because that takes the premise of the original Suspiria and it just does something completely different with the tone and the story itself and just the way it's shot and the way it looks completely different. The score is completely different, but it's a great score too, just like the Goblin score is a great score for that movie. The score that Tom York did for Suspiria remake is just as good, but it's so different. And I love the Suspiria remake, but again, I don't know if I can say it's better than the original. That's a tough one to. I know there's like one answer. I just feel like there is, but I'm struggling to think of it. But that's a good question. Where am I reading comments off? The chat. All right, guys, I gotta skip over a little bit. I don't even know what's coming out in May, Kevin. I'll be honest, not off the top of my head. Not off the top of my head. And Lee the Machine is just a machine with the super chats tonight. Thank you so much, man. Another $9.99 super chat. Warner Brothers, please give us Twister 4K with Dolby Atmos. I still can't believe we lost Bill Paxton and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Hopefully they pay tribute to them both in Twisters. I hope they do too. That's the least they could do. Yeah, I really hope we get Twister, man. I really hope we get Twister in 4K and Warner Brothers does a good job and doesn't screw it up. Because I think the special effects in Twister still hold up, and I think there's no reason why that movie shouldn't look great in 4K. But Grim liked Winnie 1. The new one is a nice improvement, more of a slasher film, nice score, high body count. The guy who wrote Summer of '84 to write this one, nice. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I do want to go back and revisit it because maybe I didn't give it a fair chance. I didn't like the guy that they revealed to be the killer. I just didn't like that actor. I didn't think he was believable. Yeah, I could see that. I would love to see him do a RoboCop box set. What's going on? Time Wilds. I can't pronounce that. 87. Guys, we have 192 people in the chat. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please be so kind to hit that like button. It really helps out the stream and the channel, and I would appreciate it. My computer is just acting up tonight, and it's taking me forever to pull up comments. So I apologize if I'm going too slow. Aliens is outstanding in 4K. Nice to hear, Kelly. Nice to hear. Oh yeah, you know what? That wasn't even intentional, but it is. You know what? I got this sweet Godzilla shirt at Walmart the other day. And I was going to wear that for the stream. But my daughter decided to play a prank on me right before I came down here to stream. And it was pretty funny now that I think about it. But in the moment, I was very pissed. But she's like, something's in my water. Can you look at it? She has a bottle of water. And I get in close to see. And she freaking hits the bottle and splashes water all over me. And I was so upset. So upset. I said, I'll never do anything for you again. When you ask me to come here, I'm not doing it. I was upset. Being a big crybaby. But anyway, my Godzilla shirt got soaked. My socks got soaked. There was water everywhere, and I had to change shirts. So that's what happened. That's kids for you guys. All right. 4K Media guys here. My Wednesday Blu-ray says arriving May 23rd now from Amazon. Damn, dude. Hopefully that changes. I feel like they just kind of push it out and then they end up delivering it sooner. Damn, dude. That's 2 months out. What's up, Steve? How you doing, buddy? Crowboys. What'll make the most money this summer? Probably Despicable Me 4. People love them Minions. God, I don't know. I feel like there's another answer. I'll just say Despicable Me 4. Don't go against the Minions. Yeah, they're just not doing great. I mean, I would recommend Orbit. I would recommend Diabolic. A lot of times they'll get your stuff to you before release day. So, I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, Orbit, Diabolic, Grindhouse, like those are great sites. They usually have everything. Mike, I'm not just reading super chats. Come on now. Jeez Louise. You turn down free crap. I did. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't put in to get stuff that I have the opportunity to. Yeah, Iron Claw is out today. I already got Iron Claw in though. Where's it at? Oh yeah, it's over here. I watched it. My wife and I reviewed it on our channel. Great movie though. I loved it. I'll talk about it in my upcoming episode of Physical Media Lives. Hope Arrow and or Second Sight do Train Spotted in the UK. We'll import that to Heartbeat. I hate the Criterion packaging so much. Yeah, it's bad packaging. That's awful packaging. I can't remember, Mike. I don't think it does though. I think it's just the 4K. That's a new thing for Warner Brothers. They started like midway through last year. I disagree. I think they should do popular movies. I mean, Warner Brothers is the one that put up the poll that said that had people vote on if they wanted Terminator this year. So if they did that, I would assume they got it because here's the thing: MGM is owned by Amazon, right? And Amazon or Warner Brothers distributes Amazon films. So it would make sense for Warner Brothers to distribute the Terminator through MGM, through Amazon. Because Air came out from Warner Brothers, and that was an Amazon Prime exclusive. All right. They're re-releasing Terminator at the theater in 4K for a short release before the official 4K release in 2024. Nice. What's the best 4K so far this year? I'll probably do best of so far, but I'm trying to think. Probably the Conans, I would say, are definitely up there. Green Room and Possessor looked beautiful. Trying to think of something else. I feel like there was one that was just like, oh my God. And I probably put on the thumbnail, this is the best of the year. But damn it, I can't think. I mean, the Conans were great. Like those are great releases. They were stunning and I loved them. So definitely not True Lies. Definitely not True Lies. But I didn't have a big problem with True Lies. Go check out my review, but definitely not that one. I haven't seen Audition, but I did get the Umbrella recently, so I will be talking about it soon. I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure, Mike. I wouldn't be so sure. Christian says, don't you hate those slipcases like True Lies where the spine doesn't go all the way down? They leave it like a Yeah, I don't. Are you talking about how it kind of slits? I don't love it, if I'm being honest. Lionsgate used to do that as well. I think they stopped doing that, or maybe they still do that, but yeah, it's not great. It's not great. I would rather it just be, straight down. All right. Got another super chat. And guys, look, I will read the super chats first because they're paying money. And I'm going to prioritize them and get to them as soon as possible. Movie Addict Matt, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Movie Addict Matt. I just picked up Paint Your Wagon from Kino. Great transfer. Definitely a more lighthearted Western than most of Eastwood's, another banger from Kino. I'll definitely pick it up. I'm just not going to pick it up this week, but I will grab it in a future sale for sure, because I don't feel like that one will sell out with the slipcover immediately. So I'll wait until hopefully I can get it for like, $17 or something, $18. All right, where was Siegel's Fatback is here. What's up, Ken? Where's my Terminator 3 4K? Well, look, we got to get the first Terminator first. We got to get the second Terminator redone. And then maybe we'll talk about Terminator 3 4K. All right. And then we got to get Terminator Salvation. We don't have Salvation yet, right? We don't have Salvation. Do we have Genesis? Is Genesis on 4K? I think it is, because that came out like around the time that 4K was first happening. Let me look that up real quick, because I'm actually kind of curious. I think Genesis, and I know Dark Fate does. I've got the Dark Fate 4K. Because I bought that when it came out. Yeah, it does. It's got a 4K. Actually, it came out in 2018, so it came out 3 years later. But I don't believe Salvation has one. No, it doesn't look like Salvation has one. So yeah, they would have to do 3 in Salvation after that. All right, you guys are killing it with the super chats, and our Lee the Machine is, oh my goodness. Is the Vinegar Syndrome Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 4K better than the Shout Factory copy? I cannot answer that, Lee, but what I can tell you, because I didn't get the Shout Factory one. I never had the Shout Factory Texas Chainsaw. I upgraded straight from DVD for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. What I can tell you is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 4K is the definitive release for that movie, and it looks spectacular on 4K. So I would say that it is probably better, but I can't tell you 100% because I haven't seen the Shout Factory one. But it looks beautiful. It looks stunning. You get all the special features that were on the Shout Factory edition, and you get brand new features that probably totaled like an hour of new special features, one of which was with Caroline Williams. And it was a great release because you get all the past features, you get all the new features. I think there's a documentary on there as well. Like, it's an insane release. I think it's like 3 discs, and it's beautiful. So I 100% recommend Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 on 4K. Even if you have that Shout Factory edition, like, the new features are still worth it. And it's definitely a great 4K. But if somebody's got the shout and you can compare in the chat, help Lee out for me if you can. But thank you so much. I need to play another clip. Let's play. Let's do J-Lo.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Lee, that was for you and all of your very generous donations tonight. Giving you a little J-Love. And you can never go wrong with J-Love. And I know what you did last summer. All right. Infinite Character wants to ask me a wrestling question. Of all the matches you've seen, what's your pick for a match that's underrated? I'll watch what you'll pick. One match that I've always loved, and I don't hear a ton of people talk about it, is the Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon street fight from the 2001 King of the Ring. I've always loved that match. I used to rewatch it all the time. I think it's so brutal, and it's after Kurt Angle already fought 2 matches already. And Shane McMahon, he just brutalizes him the whole match. Like, when he's throwing him through those plate glass windows on the set of the King of the Ring, and he takes him in the ring and he does the angle slam off the board. Like, I just love that match so much. It's one of my all-time favorites. And I never hear anybody talk about it. And I just loved, I thought it was a great street fight. One of the best I've ever seen. So that's one that I can think of off the top of my head that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. Thanks to Walmart with all them DVDs. Yeah. Oh, okay. They do play 8Ks. Well, that's good to know. I don't have a PS5 yet. Yeah, I get it. I get 2. 3 is very goofy. I can get how, you'd have fun with it, though. It's got Ryan Reynolds in it and Jessica Biel, or Jennifer Biel. Is it Jennifer Biel or Jessica Biel? I can't remember. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Dino. I appreciate that. You can ask me a question though, if you want. All right, guys. Yeah, I hope we see him too, Slumber Party Time. I would have sworn we would have saw the second one by now. I mean, that came out in 2022. I thought they would have done the second one last year, but they just did a re-release on the Steelbook. Or they did a 4K re-release with the Steelbook, and they didn't do part two. And I'm like, come on, do a freaking box set. Like, you might as well. You got the first 8, and you re-release them on Blu-ray like crazy all the time. So use all the money you made for those Blu-ray Steelbook and special box set packaging re-releases and put out a freaking 4K set because it would sell like crazy. There are Friday the 13th fanatics around the world and they all buy physical media. That's the thing. Horror fans are also almost always into physical media as well. Like that's why horror sells and a lot of companies put out horror movies. That's the name of the game in physical media. Are you telling me that that Paramount is too good to put out a 4K box set of Friday the 13th, or the original 8 movies? I call bullshit. Put all those movies out, Paramount, this year. It would sell like crazy. It would sell like crazy. I actually got a nice Umbrella edition of that, Mike. And yes, I watched that a few years ago on streaming for the first time, and I really loved it. It's a great movie. It's a brutal movie. Yeah, great movie. Oh, watch it, Adrian. It's great. It's cheesy, but it's cheesy in a fun way, in a good way. And there are some serious moments in it. But I love it. Yeah, Mike, I would get yourself a legitimate 4K player. You know, I'd recommend the Sony. I've got a Sony. I can't ever remember the model. I need to freaking get all this stuff and put it in my description or something. That way I can just revert to that. But it's a great player. I got it at Best Buy when I got my new TV and they recommended it. I don't know, Mike. We need it though. We need it for sure. Which release has the best packaging so far this year? Damn. It's damn. Got to be Vinegar Syndrome for something. The Phase 4 is really nice packaging. I know some people didn't love the ants when it was first announced, but like it looks really good in person. I love the Little Darlings and Red Rock West cinematography line releases. But I'll show you. I'll show you what the best of the year is. I haven't unboxed it yet or showed it off, but I will soon. It's in the other room. This bad boy right here, the Super Mario Brothers 4K release. I haven't unboxed this yet, but it's the best. Look at this thing. It's got This Ain't No Game, a collection of behind the scenes experiences and art. It's got 2 books in here, guys. The Super Mario Brothers, the scripts. Look at that. Look at all of what's inside that. That is crazy. I can't wait to dig into this. I'll definitely be reviewing this when I finally get to it, but freaking insane. This is the best. This is the best this year for sure. But the Conans are really cool. There's a lot of good stuff that's come out this year, for sure. I heard somebody talking about that last week. It was, I think John Campia on one of his videos. I saw it on because I'm subscribed to his channel. And he was talking about it, and he's not a big physical media guy. So whenever he comes on and talk about physical media, he doesn't sound very intelligent. But he was talking about how this was going to save physical media. And I'm like, you don't know the physical media market and landscape right now. Like we're into collecting collectibles and special packaging and box sets. I don't know, guys. Like, I don't like the idea of all my movies being on one disc. Like, to me, maybe it's convenient to put it in the player and then you have all your movies there. But I love the experience of the different packaging and taking it out of the packaging, putting it in the player. Physical media is an entire experience. Like, that would just feel like I had a streaming service on a disc and I just put it in. It just takes out all the fun and the enjoyment of collecting. Yes, I've got it in my collection physically, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of it. But he did bring up a good point about TV shows. TV shows is something that could work. Like that would be cool to have an entire series on a disc. So I could see that being a benefit of that for sure. But I don't want all my movies on one disc. Like that's my physical media collection is one disc. No, that's not why I collect physical media. Or I collect it to own it for sure and have access to it. But like I don't want it all on one disc. And what happens if I lose that disc? What happens if it breaks or my dog comes down here and eats it? Like then all my movies are gone. So that's just it was kind of ridiculous. But yeah. Um Oh, you watch somebody's reaction to it? Yeah, it's horrible. Don't waste your time, please. Yeah, The Fly needs a 4K for sure. Terrified State says, "Question: Is there a release date on the amazing looking The Gate Steelbook?" Yeah, I talked about that on the Physical Media Report this week, and I also posted about it on Instagram. Let me look it up real quick. I think it comes out May the 2nd or something. Let me see. Yeah, it comes out May the 14th. It comes out on May the 14th. I love Red Dragon. I thought it was really good. All right, guys, I'm trying to catch up. What's the worst movie remake? Roadhouse. It just came out. But I almost because it's fresh. It's a fresh wound. I would say I'd rather watch Rob Zombie's Halloween, which I'm not a fan of, over the Roadhouse remake. There's more there for me to enjoy in Rob Zombie's Halloween than the Roadhouse remake. I'll just say that. So as of right now, Roadhouse is the worst movie remake of all time. But also, I mean, Poltergeist is definitely up there. That was such a shitty remake. Which the director of the Poltergeist remake also directed the new Ghostbusters film. I thought that was pretty funny. Which I like the new Ghostbusters. I thought it was all right. Cape Fear needs a 4K for sure. I've held off on buying the Cape Fear Blu-ray so many times because it just feels like it's coming. Oh, nice. You got it at Barnes and Noble. I see a lot of people picking up stuff at Barnes and Noble now. That's pretty cool. People are using that for their new releases. Maybe they're stepping up and putting more in stores since they know Best Buy's not around. Elliot's here. Classic prank. Yeah. She must have watched it off a YouTube video or something. I don't know. It was good. I'll admit it was good. We need a Blu-ray for Turner and Hooch. Can't believe I fell for that. I mean, I just didn't expect that she, like, if it was a grown person, like maybe, but I thought she was serious, like something was really in her water. She wanted me to get it out. But yeah, she got me. I just wasn't expecting it from her. You know, she's 9. 4K remaster of Over the Top. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I just did a video talking about One Splash on 4K, the Touchstone video. Yeah, they're great sites. We reviewed that on our channel, Adrian. So go check out my wife and I's review if you want to know my in-depth thoughts. But yes, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's not my favorite Yorgos movie. It's probably honestly my least favorite, but he's got a really solid filmography for me. I like all of his movies, so it's worth checking out. Emma Stone's fantastic in it. Deserved the Oscar, in my opinion. It's an LG soundbar. I can't remember the exact model. I'm terrible with this kind of stuff, guys. I go to Best Buy and I'm like, give me the best you got. And then they give it to me and I take it home and I unbox it. But I know it's an LG something because it matched my TV. What is happening, Ken? Long time still awaiting for my pre-order copies of Cameron Trilogy, Abyss, Aliens, and True Lies from Orbit, which is surprising. Oh, damn, from Orbit, Techo Tuesday? That sucks. I everybody I've seen order it from Orbit got it early, so that's crazy. I'm sorry about that, man. Nice. Glad you're getting it. Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor, and he usually good in his roles, but I think he was miscast for Roadhouse. I think Alan Ritchins from Reacher would have been better. Yeah, I haven't seen that actor in a lot of stuff, but everybody wants to cast him in everything. People wanted him to be the new Batman as well. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, man. I didn't think he was that good in that movie, and I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He like turns into a psychopath like halfway through the movie for no reason. They try to say there's a reason, but it's like, why are you freaking out? Why are you turning into your character from Nightcrawler all of a sudden? Just made no sense. Favorite sitcom? That's a good question. If I'm going modern sitcom, I would say The Office. It's hard to beat The Office. I've rewatched it probably 7 times. I also like How I Met Your Mother a lot. King of Queens is up there. If we're going 90s sitcom, I would probably lean towards Seinfeld or Roseanne. It's one of those two. It's tough. I loved a lot of sitcoms growing up. Home Improvement was another one I loved. But Seinfeld, it's something about those shows like Seinfeld, The Office, the humor of those shows just spoke to me at a very young age. So I would probably say those 2 shows for the 90s and then the 2000s, Seinfeld and The Office. How much would I sell my entire collection for? I mean, I would have to like really dig into it and figure out what it was worth, and because I don't want to undersell it, and I don't want to put up a price that's completely ridiculous for what it's worth. Like I could say off the top of my head, 30,000 maybe I've spent on everything that's in my collection. I mean, we know how much I spent last year. I did the audits, and it was I don't even know if it was 10,000. I can't remember what the total was, to be honest. I think it was like 8 to 9,000, and that was like by far my most expensive year. And I've been back into collecting since like 2016, so we got like 7-8 years of collecting. So 30 to 40,000 maybe, but it might not even be that because I didn't spend that much in the early days of collecting. So yeah, but there's a lot of stuff back there that's probably worth a lot more now than when I bought it. So taking that into account, I'd have to dig into all of it and figure out what it's worth. Yeah, Dirty Harry is one that a lot of people want for sure. I would love Frailty on 4K. I'm pretty sure I've talked about that in movies I want to see get a 4K. Yeah, we need all those. Searching for Bobby Fischer got a Blu-ray from Imprints recently, I think, Kelly. So maybe check Orbits or Diabolic and see if you can find that imprint release if you want it. Now it's gonna be like $30, and then you'll have to pay $5 for shipping. But if you really want it, Searching for Bobby Fischer is available on Blu-ray. We do need Ransom. I just talked about that one recently as well. All right. Not very often, Christian. I mean, I watch the movie, and then it's like I'm not going to rewatch it for the commentary right after it. So the only ones I really like listen to a good amount of are the John Carpenter and Kurt Russell ones for The Thing and Escape from New York. Beyond that, I don't listen to them too often. Like maybe I'll pop them on like right when the credits roll and see what they have to say, because a lot of times they'll be wrapping up their thoughts on the film and I'll turn them on them, but I don't listen to a ton of audio commentaries. I think they're cool though, and I think a lot of people get use out of them and like them. What's going on, Smirk? Hey, good evening, Ken. I was wondering if there's any new news on Godzilla Minus One coming to 4K. No, I haven't heard any. I think there was a release date for the let me look this up. For the Japanese version. Okay, here's an article. March 11th, 2024. This is coming from the Direct. Let me bring this up. All right, so Godzilla Minus One Blu-ray release date announced. When will it release in the US? Yeah, I haven't even seen any of this. With the confirmation of Godzilla Minus One's Blu-ray release date in Japan, American fans are wondering when the movie will come to the U.S. The Oscar-winning Japanese action epic became one of 2023's biggest critical hits, not just in its home country, but around the world. Director Takashi Yamazaki Minus One served as a darker take on the iconic movie monster, swapping out the classic Western Godzilla giant monster fights for metaphors referencing trauma in post-war Japan. Ooh, that's a cool image. All right. Following its critically acclaimed run in the theaters, the Blu-ray release date for Godzilla Minus One has been officially revealed, at least in its home country of Japan. As shared by Minus One Studio Toho, the physical release of the film will hit store shelves in Japan on May the 1st. And I guess that's the edition down here, which looks like a nice digipack edition in a nice hard box. So that's pretty cool. Nice little fold out. Geez, 4 discs. The Blu-ray release of the film will come specifically packed in a unique folding box with the movie on both Blu-ray and DVD, as well as copies of the black and white cut of the movie, appropriately titled Godzilla Minus One Minus Color. That's what you got to think about as well. They put that movie out, and then they re-released it like a month later in black and white. So they're still trying to make money off of it. It also comes packed with special featured disc as well as commemorative booklet honoring the film. So I wonder if there's a way to import that copy. That looks like a beautiful edition. I hope we get something like that in the States. This came without any mention of an international release, leaving American fans on the film sitting and waiting for a potential physical release. While no U.S. release date for Godzilla Minus One Blu-ray has been outlined by Toho or anyone involved with the film, the announcement of its Japanese release might hint at when it will come stateside. Toho's last Godzilla film, Shin Godzilla, took 132 days for its Japanese Blu-ray release to eventually make its way to North America. The 2017 kaiju blockbuster first hit store shelves in Japan on March 22nd before coming to the U.S. on August 1st of the same year. If Godzilla Minus One followed a similar release cadence, an international Blu-ray release could be expected sometime in early September. So that's interesting. We could be getting it in early September, which would be damn near a year to when the movie came out in the theaters. Using the same Japanese to US release window as Shin Godzilla puts Minus One's American Blu-ray release on September the 10th. This could very well be Godzilla Minus One's exact release date. So they're calling it. The direct is just calling their shot. September the 10th is going to be its exact release date, they're saying. As new physical releases tend to hit shelves on Tuesdays in North America, they do. That is true. However, there is the possibility fans will not have to wait that long to get their hands on the Minus One physical release. The movie was a major hit stateside, earning more at the box office than it did in its home country of Japan. So yeah, damn. I would think that they would want to try to put that out over here as soon as possible, given how much money it made. Because of course that's going to translate to physical releases sold. That, along with the positive sentiment around the film following its Oscar win for Best Visual Effects, could expedite the process of bringing the movie's Blu-ray across the Pacific, meaning it could potentially arrive sometime this summer instead. So you think the exact release date is going to be September the 10th. Then you backtracked direct and said it could arrive before then. What exactly are you trying to say, the direct? I think that's all the article. So yeah, Blu-ray in Japan on May the 1st. I'll have to look into how much it would cost to import that, because that's such a beautiful edition. Let me close up on that real quick. Can you guys see that? Enhance. That's a beautiful, stunning edition. 4 discs. But again, like, are we going to get this in 4K? Because they didn't mention it coming out in 4K in Japan. So will we get it in 4K in the States if Japan did not get it in 4K? Because I know a lot of people would want this movie in 4K. I think it would look great in 4K for sure. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait. I mean, good things come to those who wait. So yeah, I'm not sweating it. I saw Godzilla Minus One in the theaters. It was a great experience. It was actually the last movie I saw in theaters before I saw Ghostbusters this past weekend. So I will definitely look forward to watching it at home, but I can wait, and hopefully they do it in 4K. But what do you guys think about Godzilla Minus One? Hope we get the steel books, the digipacks, everything, not just a crappy Blu-ray. Because I know Shin Godzilla just got a Blu-ray release, but this is Godzilla Minus One. If you're gonna put it out over here, do it right and give it the premiere treatment. Steelbook, digipack, special slipcovers. We want like 5 different variations of slipcovers: black and white version, color version, special box sets. We want it all over here in the States. Okay. So give it to us. But great question, Smirk. Thank you for bringing that up. But what do you guys think of Godzilla Minus One, the movie, when we're going to get the physical? Let me know. All right. So Elliot's Bond Sale says, I thought 3 was underrated. Terminator 3 is underrated. I haven't seen Terminator 3 in quite some time. Seagal's Fatback definitely loves it. All right. No news on the 7. As soon as we get it, I'll definitely let you guys know. Oh, what's up, Side Hustle? How you doing, buddy? Terminator Salvation has a 4K. It's an import, but it's available on Orbit. Nice. Thank you for letting me know. I mean, it just depends on the release, Steven. I mean, there's some Steelbook. I mean, that's not just because it's on Steelbook doesn't mean it's going to have special features. But usually, a lot of releases that would get a Steelbook are, special releases, and they'll usually have some sort of special feature on them. But I've seen Steelbooks without special features. There's a rumor out there they're supposed to come, Mike. I've got Atlanta media shelves. I posted them in my description before, but I need to do that again. But just look up Atlanta media shelves. They hold like 660 to 700 Blu-rays and DVDs. Jorge Salazar says, Kim, why is it that you like sports movies but don't like actual sports? Sports movies tell good stories, but real life sports also have their own stories. I have no doubt of that. I honestly just don't have the time to invest in that stuff. I have enough fandoms in my life. Like I'm into movies and, physical media, and I've got the channel and I work and I've got kids, and like there's been times where I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to watch like football and actually know what was going on and get into all that stuff. But I just don't have the time to do it. I've always worked on weekends and Sundays, and that's like the big football day. And I just can't get into it. I just don't have the time to get into it. And I don't want to sink myself into that world. If I don't have to, if I'm perfectly happy not being a part of that world, then why get into it? But for me, sports movies, they're movies. Like it doesn't matter if it's based on a sport. They tell good stories, and I love a good inspirational story. About somebody, a player or something that has to go through hardships and fight to come out on top. And usually the sports movies, the great ones, will have those type of stories. And yeah, sports, no doubt, real life sports have stories that are emotional as well. And a lot of those have been made into movies. But I don't know. It's an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I get to experience a great story revolving around sports, and I don't have to invest months of my life to get invested in a story. So yeah. It's tough to say, Matt. It's really tough to say. It's a great box set and it's got great features. So I mean, I would recommend it, to be honest. And I mean, if Paramount does a 4K box set, you're not going to get Jason Goes to Hell or the remake or Jason X. So that has them all in one box set, and it was really kind of lightning in a bottle. I don't think they'll ever be able to do it again. So I would recommend it. That thing's went down to like $79, so it's not that much. I really wanted to get that, Gary, so I'm glad you're giving me a recommendation. Because I've thought about getting that so many times. I need to get it. Yeah, I like Barbie. It's not great, but I liked it. Yeah, I'll probably get that one at some point. I heard that's kind of the best on the market. Ooh, nice. Nice. I did want to get that. I thought about getting that, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I don't know, man. It's at this point, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I at least got Sleepaway Camp 2. Somebody sent me the 88 films version. So I have it on Blu-ray. It's region locked, but I got the region free player, so I'm fine. I just don't know. It's tough. Like you would think they would have done it by now. Like if we don't get it this summer, I don't know. I'd say kiss it goodbye. I don't know if Screen Factory's got the rights anymore to those because those movies have been out of print forever. Forever. So I don't know what's going on with those movies. I really don't. Like it would be awesome if Arrow Video got a hold of them and did like a nice box set like they did, even if it was UK only. Like if they got a hold of the rights for the UK to put out Sleepaway Camp. I think there's 4 of them, but do the whole franchise and a nice box set like Psycho or Hellraiser. That would be freaking awesome. Like I would freaking go crazy for that. So hopefully somebody puts them out. If it's not Screen Factory, hopefully we get them from somewhere because I love camp movies in 4K. Like they always look great to me. I'm a big fan of the Friday the 13th 4K. The Burning on 4K is one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen. And Little Darlings look great on 4K. So yeah, I want to see all 3 of those movies on 4K. It is a nice set. Oh, you talking about the Mario? It's whack. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, to be honest. So it's a great set, though. I don't know, Christopher. It's bull. It's BS, though. What's up, Cobwebs? What's up, Dana? How you doing? That would absolutely take the fun out of collecting. I love the ritual of pulling something off the shelf. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's a vibe, man. It's a thing. I know people will say it's all about the movie. It is all about the movie because if it wasn't for the movie, we wouldn't be collected and doing this crazy thing that we do. Of course, it's about the movie. That's the foundation. But then you get into collecting and it just becomes an aesthetic thing. It becomes more than the movie. It just goes beyond the movie. And because you're a fan of the movie, you want to collect cool things involved with the movie and special packaging. And you get into the special features and then the different editions and the new transfers. And it just becomes so much more. And that's what I love about it. That's what I love about it. The experience is just feels so much grander than it would be if I'm just pulling up a streaming service or putting one disc in and then clicking until I get to the movie that I want to watch. And what would be the process of finding the movie on the disc? Would I have to scroll through like 100,000 movies to get to it? Or could I search it? Like there's so many questions there and not enough answers. It's a chunky boy. It is a chunky boy side hustle. I'll give you that. Yeah, I could see that, Gary, but think of this. Are we already in virtual reality walking up to our collection? Are we in the Matrix right now? Think about that for a second. Okay. I think about that often. Daniel liked the new Roadhouse. Daniel, we can't be friends anymore. I'm sorry, man. Get out of here. Get out. I'm just joking. If you liked it, you liked it. That's all good. I'll watch Rob Zombie's Halloween again. I used to hate it. I hate the origin story. That's all. That's what I hate. But the second half is an adequate remake. It's very brutal. I appreciate that, but I don't like the origin story BS of Michael Myers killing hamsters and his mom's a stripper and he's getting bullied at school. I just think it's lame. And the whole point of Michael Myers is he just kills his sister at random for no reason because he just has the darkness beyond his eyes, the devil's eyes. And he kills his sister, and that's what starts it all. And he's like killing bullies before he kills his sister. It just makes no sense. And I don't like it. I get it's a new take. I get that. If you're going to do a remake, do something different. But I just didn't like the different thing that Rob Zombie did. And as for the Roadhouse, there's no redeeming qualities for me. None whatsoever. Yeah, hit that like button. Thank you, Caveman. Tell him. 75? Are you guys serious? Are you guys serious right now? Look, if we I'm only going to be live probably for another 15, 20 minutes, but if we get, let me see what I'm already at. Oh, I got to turn my volume down. We're at 94. If we can get to 130, 130 likes, I'll do some digital code giveaways. I will give away all 3 of the James Cameron 4K digital codes if we get to 130 likes. So if you're in here and you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the damn like button. I'll give them away at the end of the stream. I'm not getting that. I will not add it to the collection. I will not. I haven't watched it in a long time. I did want to revisit it. I remember hating it, but I feel like there might be some redeeming qualities to it. Yeah, I mean, it's the same steelbook it got back, I think, in 2019 for the 30th anniversary, though. He was. That's Nightcrawler is such a great movie. I really want a 4K of that, whether it's like Arrow Video or Second Sight. Like if we got a big box set of that movie, I will lose my mind. Yeah, Detroit Rock. Does Detroit Rock City even have a Blu-ray? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Guys, I'm very behind in the chat. I'm about to scroll through. Yeah, No Country needs a 4K for sure. Because we still got to get to the Arrow stuff. I gotta be. I like documentaries. Just give me like an hour documentary where I can just sink my teeth into every aspect of the movie, and that's my favorite. I like the interviews too, but I don't like having to watch one interview with one person and then watch one interview with one person. I like jumping around, and that's kind of what the documentary does. So I love it. Like Vinegar Syndrome, they will have great documentaries on their Blu-rays. The movies may be horrible, but you'll watch the documentary and you'll come away from it with a new appreciation for the film. So I definitely love those. Yeah, definitely, Mike. Definitely. I wanted to, if I could figure out how to like get the commentary like an audio and just like carry it with me and listen to it like a podcast or something, that would be cool. But I don't think it would be as effective because I should be watching the movie to get the context of what they're talking about. Wow, I hope the US packaging looks as yeah, it's awesome, man. Awesome packaging. I always have subtitles on all the time, and it's been that way for the past like 10 years. So I guess I'm hard of hearing, but I just I don't like to miss anything because if I miss something, I got to rewind it. So I just put the subtitles on as a precaution, and they help. They help. Vinegar Syndrome has a brick and mortar store in Toronto. Can you see more boutique label store opening up? I mean, if it's if that's something they want to get into, um, I think Vinegar Syndrome has a couple stores, don't they? I think I've seen them have a couple stores elsewhere as well, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know they sell a lot of other physical media as well. It's not just Vinegar Syndrome stuff, and they'll sell like VHS tapes and everything like that too. But I don't know. Vinegar Syndrome is just on a different level than everybody else. So I don't know if everybody else it would work for them to do it. I got a 65 out in the living room. Yeah, I still watch DVDs. I watched. I'm gonna watch some Dark Man when I get done with the stream. I watched like the first 30 minutes of it. I like DVDs. Oh, we got a super chat from Eric E. $1.99. Thank you so much, Eric. You didn't ask a question or nothing. You just donated. I appreciate it. We got Fish in here. What's up, Fish? The new Roadhouse did suck hard. It did suck hard. No, I'm not going to get those Dre's Media. Those would be the last ones I would get, probably. I thought about getting Moon Knights, but I was like, I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to get it. But I do want to get Andor because I heard some really great things about it, and I may just get Obi-Wan. I don't know. What's up, LA Jewel? All right, guys, let's get into the Arrow stuff. I'm trying to see where I want to pull up this image. I will probably pull it up on Instagram. Let me pull up Arrow video. All right, so Arrow Video shared. I would anticipate the Kino sale is going to be mid to late April. Maybe it's sooner. They've done the March into April sale before, but last year, if I remember correctly, it was in mid-April, and they called it something else. So I would say maybe if it was going to be March into April, they would already done it. So I think it's going to be like mid-April, I would say, for the Kino sale. And then they'll do another one in June, and then one in October usually, and then one in December. So yeah, I'm hoping we get an announcement soon. I'm gonna go freaking crazy on that Kino sale. I'm gonna try to not buy like anything else in the month of April. I'm gonna try to keep it very low. Like there's a couple of releases I need to get. Beyond that, I'm gonna save all my money for the Kino sale. I'm gonna go freaking nuts. Like probably spend $1,000 on Kinos. Not that much, but at least a couple hundred probably. All right, let me bring this up. So I've got the Arrow Video Instagram accounts. They shared this image today, and they do a teaser image right before their announcements usually, and their announcements are this Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And they shared this image of Giorgio Armani, the storefront for the Giorgio Armani. And I was looking at the comments because you can kind of see where people are going in their heads with what they're going to announce. Some people are saying Untouchables on 4K, which I'll be honest, I wouldn't be super excited about. It's not my favorite Brian De Palma movie. I know a lot of people love that movie, but I got the 4K a couple of years ago, and I already have the 4K in my collection. I watched it. I like the movie. It's just a very traditional movie, and there's not a lot of substance for me personally in the movie. But I know a lot of people love it. And I mean, if we got a cool box set for it, I'm sure people would be happy. Carlito's Way already had a 4K, and Arrow put that out, and people were happy about that. But for me, Untouchables on 4K box set from Arrow, like that wouldn't move the needle for me personally. But scrolling down, a lot of people are saying American Gigolo with Richard Gere, which I find to be hilarious because I literally just bought the Blu-ray last week. I've got it right here. It is a Paramount Blu-ray, so Paramount works with Arrow a lot. And I think it's because Richard Gere wears a lot of Armani in the movie or something. I don't remember the store Giorgio Armani being in the movie. Maybe it was. Maybe he goes in there at some point. But this is a good movie, and this is directed by Paul Schrader and came out in 1980. I started reading this because I'm reading that thriller, the 80s thriller book, and they talk about this movie a lot in it. So I went ahead and bought it and watched it last week. And I just think it's funny. If they come out with a box set of this, the buying the Blu-ray curse to get a 4K absolutely works. I feel like it's like if you want something to come to 4K, buy the Blu-ray, and then you'll get an announcement. But American Gigolo 4K, that would be pretty cool. I mean, I liked the movie. I didn't love it, but I liked it. And I'd be down for a cool American Gigolo release. I just can't see that being the big announcement. A lot of people are saying Dress to Kill, but we already have a 4K for Kino Lorber, so I don't see that happening. A lot of people are just guessing it's going to be some kind of a famous giallo movie because Italian fashion. Pretty Woman. I don't know if that would be the case or not. A lot of people are guessing giallo films. So yeah, I don't know. Anybody have any guesses of what this could be? This tease from Arrow Video. It's definitely interesting. I'm thinking it might be some kind of notable giallo film. What Dario Argento movie or Lucio Fulci movie have they not done on 4K yet? Could it be Inferno 4K? Is there Giorgio? That's the one big Argento movie I haven't seen. Is there a big Giorgio Armani influence in that movie? All right. Let's see. But let me pull that image down, guys. What do you all think that Arrow release is? Help me out. I do like one-room movies. Yeah. Like the 12 Angry Men. Is that what you're talking about? One location. Oh my God. Yeah, it's I hope to God they're smarter than that. I really do. What are the worst movies I've seen in my life? Roadhouse from 2024 a couple of weeks ago was awful. Um I mean, there's definitely quite a few. A lot of them would be modern movies. The Bubble on Netflix was atrocious. Um it's hard to think of off the top of my head. Those are a couple of examples. I'm trying to think of an older movie that I watched and I hated it. Um, I can't think. I'm sorry. Roadhouse is up there, and The Bubble. Put those on your list. Oh, nice, Johnny. I hope you enjoyed it driving that long. I don't think I have Jeff. I don't think I have Cyborg in the collection. Uh, David says, "Hi Ken. I wish some of my favorite movie YouTubers had a new Tuesday videos like Duran Cinema and Flea Market Falcon. I do wish two James Cameron produced films would get 4K Solaris Strange Days." Um, yeah, I mean, I'm still doing some hunting videos, David. I just put one out this past Sunday. I'm not beholden to like the Tuesday Blues Day anymore. Um, but I do put them out, and I actually went out today, and there'll be a Peddler's Mall hunting video sometime this weekend. But there's still people that make movies, and Sue still does Tuesday Blues Day. So that's another channel. But it's definitely died off since Best Buy went away. I mean, to be honest, it's not as exciting anymore. You know, we have multiple places to go to. Target sucks now, and it's like we're all just going to Walmart and trying to look in bins for steel books. It's ridiculous. That's the only place to go now. So I'm enjoying doing the thrifting stuff though, going out to like different peddlers malls and Goodwills and stuff. What's up, Jim? Fish. I haven't seen Undeclared. I've seen Freaks and Geeks, so I'll say Freaks and Geeks. It's a good show, and it's interesting to see that show like before all those people in the show got like super famous, like Seth Rogen and James Franco and Linda Cardellini. Let's see. Oh, this one's easy. How would I rank these actors, wrestlers turned actors? What about Hulk Hogan? You didn't put Hulk Hogan in there. I would say John Cena's last. You know, he just does silly, funny movies. The Rock, and then Dave Bautista, I think, is the best. I said this like freaking 6 years ago when Blade Runner 2049 came out. I said his performance in that movie for the 5 minutes he was in it, like I believe was Oscar worthy. I thought he was great in those little 5 minutes that he was in that movie. And I said, if any wrestler gets an Oscar, it's Batista. He's going to get the Oscar at some point in his career before The Rock or John Cena would. I just think he has more range. He has more depth. He has more soul in his performances than both of those two. So Dave Bautista is by far the best for me. Well, I mean, I do get stuff, Special K. I don't get stuff from Disney, but I do get stuff. But to me, I like having partnerships with certain studios, with certain boutique labels. The ones that I like, I'm not going to reach out to Disney and ask for stuff. I probably could get stuff from Disney if I tried, but I don't like them. So I think they're the worst company in the world. So I have no interest in promoting their stuff that they send me, but at the same time, they release stuff like this and I want it, I'm going to get it. And then I'm going to talk about it because you guys want me to talk about it. So yeah, I get stuff, but like my attitude on it is if I say something that a certain studio or label doesn't like because I didn't like their product or something, and I lose access to that partnership, it's fine. It's whatever. I'll just buy the stuff that I want myself. I don't care to lose that partnership. It's nice to have, definitely helps the wallet. But if I lose it, it's no big deal. I would rather have my credibility intact than push something that I am not 100% into or behind. Um, so, and I mean, I'm just lucky. I get stuff from Arrow Video, and I love Arrow Video. So it's like I don't have to fake that. I'm just like I love Arrow Video and everything they do. I think is great. They're one of the best labels, and I don't have to say anything. And now they'll send me some stuff from MVD that I'm like, I don't know what this is, but here you go. And I'll watch it at some point because I don't have time to watch everything that I'm being sent, but I can show it off for sure. I also get stuff from Umbrella, and I think they do great work with their packaging and stuff. Um, and Warner Brothers, look, Warner Brothers, I've got some issues with Warner Brothers, but they by and large do good transfers, and I usually enjoy their 4Ks. Don't enjoy all their movies. I got Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom I haven't watched yet, but if you're into that kind of stuff, I can promote that. Even if it's not a great movie. But I will tell you if I don't like the movie, I haven't watched it yet. But so yeah, that's just the way I see it. I mean, yeah, I get stuff for free from studios and things, but that will never alter my opinion. I will be 100% genuine about everything I get. And if I lose all access to free movies or review copies or screeners, then so be it. I don't care. That's what happens. But yeah, the best thing about getting the review stuff for me isn't the fact that I don't have to pay for it. That's nice. I'm not gonna act like it's not nice, but I'll get it early. And it's nice to get stuff early because then I can strategize and prioritize and be like, oh, I got this 2 weeks early. Let's watch this immediately and get a review out so people know whether or not to buy it or not. Oh yeah, Jim's calling me out. He gets a lot of free shit. Yeah, I would admit that. I always admit that. You'd like to see Better Off Dead from Arrow Video? That would be cool. Giorgio Murder. The Blu-ray curse is real. Yeah, it is. It is real fish. Fish knows. Yeah, somebody buy Body Double on Blu-ray so I can get the damn 4K already. Yeah, I bought the Conjuring Blu-ray way back in the day. Maybe. I mean, Criterion put that out, right? Maybe. What's up, Tiana? How you doing? Opera. See, didn't I think Severin already announced that they were doing opera. So I don't think that I don't think it would be opera. Yep, Christian's great. He'll always shoot you straight. The Devil's Advocate. That would be pretty cool. I'll be honest. I would I'd mark out for the Devil's Advocate. I really would. Al Pacino as the devil, freaking awesome. A lot of people are saying that. People are saying that's almost a certainty at this point, which I think is just so funny. Like I literally just watched the movie, but it would look good on 4K for sure. Oh, I would love a Battlefield Earth 4K though. I like Battlefield Earth because I watched it in the theaters back in the day, and I thought the premise was so cool, but it definitely had a poor execution. John Travolta's so entertaining, but so ridiculous in that movie. Yeah, I don't watch those. I try to steer clear of bad movies, to be honest. Yeah, Bubba Hotep's up there. Thank you, Jim. Bubba Hotep, Midsommar, I'm not a big fan of. Under the Skin is a shitty film, in my opinion. Those are some ones I don't like. The Core is awful. Oh yeah, I got me some VHS tapes today, boy. Hell yeah. I can't do the garage sales though because I work on the weekends, and that's when all the best yard sales and garage sales are. Yeah, he was. Roddy was. I need to watch that. The frogs from Helltown. What's that called? The Helltown frogs. But I love They Live. Like he's phenomenal in They Live. Uh, what's up, Eli? Corporate Ken was a thing. Yeah. Corporate Ken was a thing. I used to be at the top of Scream Factory. I used to be the head of Scream Factory. That's completely false. That was just a joke. Okay, that was just a joke. I've actually never been sent anything from Scream Factory. That's one label that I've never got anything from. Vinegar Syndrome 2, those. I don't even know how people get stuff from them. Because I've seen people get stuff from Scream Factory before, but Scream Factory, Criterion. I don't think Criterion sends out screeners or review stuff. I could be wrong, but yeah, I agree. Batista's got a lot of good stuff. Like even like a movie like Hotel Artemis, the one with Jodie Foster. Like it's not a great movie, but like he's really good in it, and he just has a lot of range. Like he does comedies, action, dramas. He can just pull off everything very well. I didn't love the movie Stuber, but I thought him and Camille Nanjiani were good in it. Um, I've heard people say that was good. I had somebody that I work with text me like 2 hours ago saying he just watched Ricky Stenicki and he loved it. Uh, so I don't know. I'm gonna watch it though, I think. I haven't seen enough Gene Hackman. I love Gene Hackman in a lot of stuff, but I have seen way more Denzel, and I've seen Denzel go a lot deeper than Gene with his performances and the emotion of his performances. So I would have to say Denzel, but I need to see more Gene Hackman to more adequately answer that question, I guess. But Denzel's like just one of the greatest of all time. Like he's got so many iconic roles that he's great in. Not to say Gene Hackman doesn't, but like Denzel is just, I feel like in a league of his own. Like he's just, I would say like top 10 actors of all time. Boxers. I've been boxers probably since I was like 11 or 12, I'd say. People want Bringing Out the Dead. Oh, another super chat from Mohawk Vader, $2. Thank you so much. Red Dwarf 4K. I need and I'll order you Roadhouse redo. Okay. I don't know, Special K. I really don't. We got the UK release and then it seems to be delayed. So I think something's going on with it. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled like Fincher's other movie, Panic Room. Do we have a Fincher 4K curse? We got The Social Network on 4K. Is that the only one? I think that might be the only one of Fincher on 4K. Because his last two movies were streaming movies, and we still don't have those on physical media. So, I don't know. I really don't know with Fincher. I've heard he's not a huge fan of 4K, so that could be a problem. He might not like the transfer. Let's see. Okay, David. Okay. Big Mix with the $15 super chat. Thank you so much, Big Mix. I appreciate that. Can we need more Hillbilly? The last time you were going crazy with the Hillbilly inside Walmart was hilarious. Don't let the haters win. Yeah, I'm sorry. People were hating on. They didn't like the Hillbilly. So, and he got upset. He read the comments, guys. Like he's very sensitive. Like he says, I don't have to deal with this shit. He goes, I'll just stay at home. All right. It's going to be hard to get him back. I'll try to get him back. But thank you so much, Big Mix, for the super chat. And let me play you a little clip. Let me play you some Pinhead.
We'll tear your soul apart.
That's what I imagine the people are saying that watch the channel that want the Hillbilly Hunter back. They're saying, can you bring the Hillbilly Hunter back or we'll tear your damn soul apart? Freaking shit messing up. 6-film Arnold Schwarzenegger Blu-ray combo set for Hercules in New York. Have you done anything similar? I feel like I have. For a certain movie. I can't think of one though, but yeah, you got to do what you got to do to get your movies on Blu-ray. And I mean, as long as it wasn't too much, I mean, hold up the release of From Dusk Till Dawn, Faculty, and Dogma. I mean, I believe it. I believe it. Fincher's not a fan of HDR. Yeah. Can you just name 3 movies? I love Bubba Hotep, Under the Skin, and Midsummer. Well, you know what, Gary? That's what makes films great. It can be viewed differently by everyone. You know, and as long as we all stay true to our own opinions while also respecting others' opinions, then we can all coexist as a movie community. I don't know where I was going with that, but you have your opinions, I have mine, and it's all okay. You know, we all like movies, and there's those certain movies that we just all love. They're universally loved, and we can all come together and get excited about. Now there'll always be that one person that's like, Back to the Future sucks. But most people love Back to the Future, Jaws, the original Star Wars, you know, those movies. We do have a celebrity that just entered the chat. Movies and Sue is here. I just mentioned you earlier, Sue, because somebody was like, people, not enough people do Blu-ray hunts anymore. I said, Sue still does them on Tuesdays, so check her out. But thank you so much, Sue, for popping in. I appreciate it. I hope you all watched a good movie and you enjoyed it. Now, what is this? Somebody, oh my goodness, 365 Cindy sent me a $2,000 super chats or whatever that currency is. I'm sure it's not 2,000, but thank you so much, whatever the amount is. Hi, Ken. I hope you can review When Evil Lurks, a great horror movie from Argentina. It was really successful here. Super chat in Argentinian pesos, LOL. Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. We welcome all forms of currency here at Mid-Level Media, so I appreciate the donation. And yeah, I'm hoping that my wife and I watch it together and we review it on our channel. So make sure you're subscribed to Married with Media to get my thoughts. But if not, I watch it on my own. I'll definitely talk about it on the channel in some capacity. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Suspiria is underrated. You talking about the remake or the original? Because I think the remake's underrated, but the original I feel like gets a lot of love. Yeah, I hope we get Friday the 13th too on 4K as well. What's your favorite Arrow release of this year? This is my last question, guys, and then we're gonna. Well, hold on. I got to see, did we get the likes? I'm at 134, so we got there. Favorite Arrow release is Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. I mean, it's a tie. Like, they're both great releases, but if I have to pick, Conan the Barbarian, because it's got more features. All right, guys, let's do this. We're gonna do digital code giveaways right here on the spot. I'm just going to show them off on the screen. So I hope you're ready with a pen and paper and your streaming service app up on the TV to get these immediately, because they're going to be in high demand. People are going to be going for this, guys. First one up is True Lies. Digital code for True Lies. If you want to see the AI upscaled Arnold and Tom Arnold, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Tom Arnold, then get this code. Y'all got it? All right, that's all you got. That's all you got. True Lies, digital code. There you go. If you want to see a very smooth presentation of True Lies. All right, so Aliens, I got to rip the plastic off. I am unboxing this right in front of you. I'm going to watch this very soon. But like I said, I want to watch the first Aliens first. All right, let's open this up. Let me do a little unboxing real quick. Look at that. I got to give it to Disney on the disc art. Like, they killed it with the disc art for all these releases. I got to give it to them on that. All right, there's Aliens. You want to see digitally AI enhanced xenomorphs and a digitally AI enhanced Sigourney Weaver, then there's your code. There you go. Take it, download it, bitch about the transfer like everybody else. Or like it like other people. Some people like the Aliens transfer. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know. All right, next up we have The Abyss, which I just finished watching today for the first time, and I will give my thoughts soon. on the channel. Bada boom, bada bing. The Abyss on 4K digital. You want to watch AI enhanced, DNR'd, upscaled, smooth jellyfish underwater digitally? There you go. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, guys. It's late and I am tired. So I'm going to bed. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And I hope somebody got those codes and they're redeeming them and you're ready to watch all the James Cameron goodness on 4K. Let's see what else we got. Any closing thoughts? Post 90s movie. I'll say Maggie off the top of my head. The zombie movie where his daughter's turned into a zombie. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, I say I don't care. I'll let you guys know whatever. I just let you know what underwear I'm wearing, Jim. It doesn't matter. Oh, well, 250, thank you. Anyway, 250 is still very generous. Still very generous. All right, guys, I'm going through. That's it. I'm done, guys. I'm done. KB got the Abyss. Awesome, KB. Well done. Well done. Well done for sure. Thank y'all for watching. Still 199 people in here as I'm closing out. Appreciate you all joining me. I will attempt to return next Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. I think that's going to be the time, guys. It's a good time. It's a wonderful time for streaming, I think. So join me next week live 10 p.m. or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing anymore, but hopefully I'll have everything organized next week, this time next week. But thank you all for joining. Comment down below after the stream if you want to leave me a comment on whatever we talked about. Subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all later.